Hi, this is the Match Now with Sean channel. Hey!
Hello.
And it's actually something that me and Joe actually agreed on. Was that
Wow.
there's rumours.
That's not often.
Hello.
This is Match Now with Sean. As you can see, I've got two people beside me for a
Hey,
change.
Sean. Yeah, we should. Get him in here. Get him in. Come on. Big up, my man.
Yeah, it's a little bit of eye candy for you. Hello, this is Match Now
Hey,
with
Sean.
Sean. This is Match Now with Sean with your favourite American Bill. Gonna try to get some comments up here. Have a look. I can see them now a bit more. There's nobody in there anyway. Anyway, so you keep it anyway, Bill. You keep it all right.
Yeah, pretty good. Weather's starting to change over here, starting to get a little cooler, which is okay with
Is it
me.
Jeff?
But yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Do the way to be better. Because you kick into the cameras the way. Yeah. Should be okay. Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
Yeah. Yeah, keeping well anyway. Just trying to sort out the Wi-Fi here. Yeah, sorted. Because I just wasn't seeing the comments at first for some reason. Anyway, the show we're going to be doing is a monthly show called Global Domination with me and Bill, obviously. We're going to do a bit of a catch up every month on all things Leeds and the previous matches the last month. So, how things got on the last month, Bill?
I think we're a little bit ahead of our 1 point a game, which is good for me. I think there's some points that we've dropped, but I mean, I think there's some points that we've gotten that maybe we're not sure that we could have gotten before. So I think we're on track to stay up. I really do. I think we're on track. We get that 1 point a game, and like we're right there. And I think our schedule starts to get a little bit, right after international. I think we have some winnable games in there.
Yeah, there is some winnable games. We'll get onto that a little bit later. The points total and stuff for the next month. We'll get into that a bit later. So yeah, the first match is against Fulham. I thought we did okay, did well. Missed plenty of chances. It was kind of the story of the whole month, really. Missed a lot of chances that we probably should have scored. And then ended up conceding from a corner.
Yeah.
Just before we got a set piece coach in.
Which has been a problem
How should
for
we
how
say?
many years now? I mean, we've had
Yeah.
issues with pieces for years. So until we start putting emphasis on set pieces, then we can't expect a lot out of it. I mean, I know Arsenal certainly puts a big emphasis on their set pieces. I mean, it's I don't care whether it's live play, a set piece, or whatever. Goal counts the same. So let's try to put all of our ducks in a row.
Yeah, like I'm the same. I've always remembered Leeds being poor at set pieces. Probably since when we got relegated. Since we've been relegated from the Premier League back in 2003, 2004, even that far back. I can't. We've always been poor at set pieces, from both ends.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see we're kind of some way trying to get better at them. We've got a little bit better at them as the month went on. We got better.
I would say there's some improvement there. I mean, I think there's more improvement to be made, but I think that we've made some improvements there. Overall, Sean, I think I'm pretty on Fulham. I was glad to get the point, man. You know, I mean, I think it was at the end. It was a little bit disappointing, but hey, I'll take it. You know, it's all about staying up. You know.
Yeah, and it was a good header in fairness.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, next up was Wolves, which we played a lot better. We ended up winning 3-1. We took our chances. We took our chances. Didn't start the game off great, but we then got in. Once we got into the game, we took our chances. And all right, Matty. Um,
You know, the thing is, if I remember correctly, the Wolves scored first, and then you know it was like one of those. It was one of those games where I was like, "Oh my god, here we go again." You know, we're gonna be Santa Claus for another team in the Premier League. You know, and then we came roaring back, and it was a beautiful thing to watch, man.
at the stock scored probably goal of the season.
Yeah, that
That
was
was the best part of
electrifying
the
right
game,
there.
end of the season.
That was beautiful. You know. That's definitely my goal of the month right there, man. I mean, it could be the goal of the year. I mean,
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, it could easily be the goal of the season. It's going to take a lot to beat it. Um, but Calvin Lewandowski's got a lovely header. Um,
yeah,
I like the way he's kind of gone back and he still managed to get his head to it and converted it very well. Um, and then it was Okafor then got his first goal of his season. So it was great to see the She lads get get the goals of the season, get the first goals and get them up and
yeah.
running for the
You
season.
know, all three new players just came up and just beat up on the on Wolves, man. It was great. You know, all new signings, basically.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
We were fighting the fighting back at that time. I think if I remember back in the group chat. um, yeah, there was serious. There was a few f bombs being thrown around. Let's put it that way.
I think that's kind of when I felt a lot better. You know, not so much with the win, but the way they came back because you know you've seen them in the past.
Yeah,
You know where they
yeah,
go down 1-0, and then it's just you know it seems like it takes some wind out of their sails. You know, but this year it seems like
yeah.
they're really together. You know, they're not they got their heads up and even when they go down in games they answer pretty quickly, you know.
Mm. Yeah, it's great to see a bit of grittiness about them as well for the first time in a long time. First time under Fark, I think it was that bit of grittiness where we went down, we stuck in and we battled well and we pulled through together like as a team, which is nice to see. Bit of teamwork together, and we wouldn't have got that a couple of years ago.
No, no,
Because it was just
it would
tougher.
have been one of those games where you've been biting your nail the whole time and it would have ended 1-0. You know, I mean,
Yeah. Um, and then it was Bournemouth. Then was after that. Then, and it was DCL again. DCL should have scored two chances in the first minute, in the first couple of minutes, first
yeah.
5 10 minutes. Missed two absolute sitters, um, in my opinion. Uh, but we didn't. It was kind of another game where we got back into it. Then when we went the goal down, we got back into it, showed a bit of toughness. Rodon got a great header, absolutely
Hmm.
fantastic header from a great cross from Longstaff.
Yeah.
And then it was Longstaff scored a goal himself then, which is nice to see.
You know, the team has been resilient this year, you know. I mean, really resilient, and I think they're up for the fight, you know. And I think that actually some of the things that the 49ers are using and you know to look at character and stuff like that, just like what Maddie was just saying on his chat on his post there. I think, I don't know. I'm not a big psychology guy, but I think there's types of players that you want and there's types of players that you don't want, you know? And I think some of the players that, that we've had in the past, and I'm not going to name names, but I think we can, they're good players, but they're also looking at their stats. Whereas this team, I think they're more, look, just I don't care who gets the ball in the back of the net, as long as they get the ball in the back of the net and we continue on in our merry way in the Premier League, will be good.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm. Um, yeah, it was nice to see we did get when Ronan did score. Longstaff was the first one over, getting the ball to huddling, saying, "Don't be letting these away with this. Don't be let them away. Don't be nice to them." And they're just in the same league as us, type of thing. You know what I mean? That they're on this level playing field to us. Let's stop treating them like they're better than us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this showed that bit of fighting spirit. It did. It showed that bit of fighting spirit and that bit of Premier League experience. If you don't have a lot of, maybe Longstaff was probably the longest one in the Premier League. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Longstaff to me has been one of our best players, man. And look, I watched him play last year. I've watched him play quite a bit, and I always thought, oh yeah, well he's. And I never thought it was that. I didn't think it was a bad signing because I thought he brought experience, but I didn't think he was as good as he is. Um, and he has shown me a lot, man. He's all over the field. He's always getting stuck in. Um, heck, he's even scoring. So yeah, he has been a definite bright spot, man. And you can tell that he has the experience and he can settle people down, and that's important, man.
Mhm. Yeah, because I think some players you can sometimes get nervous and whatever when it's your first time back in the Premier League or whatever. You need someone just when the shit's the fan that you've got someone that can settle the lads down, settle the boys down. And I think that's what we struggled with when we went down under 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 Jesse and all that malarkey. There was no leaders there. There was no Premier League experienced leaders there. That when things did hit the fan, that
Well, you
could
had
just drag us out of
some.
it.
You had the old
I,
guard, right? But they kind of played over their head the first year, right? And the second year in the Premier League, we kind of came back down to earth, and they weren't able to,
yeah.
you know,
See, I think the problem. See, they didn't have experience enough. I don't think of the other side of it. There's experience on the other side of it when you're playing well and you're doing great. That's one thing. But when things are going
yeah.
wrong,
When you
you
have to
need
grind it out,
proper
when you
Premier
have
League
to grind
experience,
stuff out,
and that
man, they
and
didn't have
that and
that.
that and that, and that only comes no. That only comes with experience of being there. And Longstaffers had to deal with that with Newcastle for a couple of years until they got their Saudi money. So like he's used to being down there anyway, mid table to lower half. So it's kind of key that you have one or two that are used to that when it's going wrong. Because it's not all going to be pretty and nice, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not. It's not always going to go your way. What did Mike Tyson used to say about boxing, man? Everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. So
Yeah. And the the next game there was Spurs, which was the most recent game. How the hell we didn't come out with a draw out of that? At least I don't know.
yeah, that was
I
rough,
really don't
man.
know because we had a couple of great chances there. We did from
Yeah,
from DCL to Pro at the end, Longstaff. It's so many chances we did to win to at least draw that game.
yeah.
Um,
Look, they came in and they snuck one by, right? They didn't outplay us. For every other tangible, stat. They didn't outplay us. Now,
No.
if you listen to Tottenham, because I think I would listen to the square ball, some of the propaganda, you would
Yeah,
think
great.
that they played us out the park, but they watched a different game than I did then. And I'm not,
Yeah.
I try to be fair when I'm looking at stuff. And I thought that we were on the ball a lot better than them, and we had better chances than them. But you know,
Just we're able
sometimes
to convert them.
yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, which is a shame because even the Spurs manager even said Thomas Frank said that they got out of jail there today. Do you know what I mean? That it could have easily been a draw.
Well, you look at how they celebrated, man. After the victory, it looked like
Yeah,
they had been in a fight, and they were a little
yeah,
they were pretty damn happy. It wasn't like they
mm,
were walking out the field like, oh, we knew we knew we had this game in the bag, you know.
yeah.
So
And that's the thing we've been doing all season, which I'm most impressed by, is we've given everybody a game. We've given everybody a game.
the only one we didn't is Arsenal, and
Bar
I think it's
Arsenal,
because we
Bar
tried
Arsenal
to we
left.
tried to play out the
Yeah,
back, and that played right into their
yeah,
hands, man.
yeah. And I think Fark has learned his lesson there. I think
Yeah.
because he could have
Sometimes
easily
you
taken that
gotta play
against. He could
hoofball,
have.
and hey, look, DCL can hold the ball up, so
He can.
that's okay,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. He can. That's probably his best quality is keeping the ball up and winning headers. Like I think he's one of the most air duels or something like that. I think in the Premier League so far. He's one of the most air duels. He's up there with in the top 3 or 4, I think. Which shows his level of quality there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, the next
Now if he
then
starts finishing, right? I mean, you know,
look at him. Yeah, he needs to start finishing. I love DCL hard work and as I call donkey work. This is all that
yeah,
keeping the ball up, bringing players into play, doing all that stuff. But for me, call me old school, call me a dinosaur. A striker's main job for me is scoring goals. Hence the
yeah,
name striker.
yeah.
His main
That's
job for me is scoring
hence the
goals.
word striker, right? I mean, but the thing about him right now is I think he's knocking the rust off. I hope, anyways. That's my hope that he's knocking the
I hope.
rust off. Um, and I'm not sure if Peru would even be in the positions that he is close with the chances. I'm not even sure because
Mm,
I just see Peru basically trailing behind sometimes. Like
mm,
how many balls have we seen crossed right in front of the goal and it goes right by? And then Peru's in there and he's 10 yards deep off the ball, and it's like, why aren't you in there, man?
yeah,
What
yeah.
he likes to clean up the garbage. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. Some people are like that, but man,
Yeah,
if you're going to get crosses in there, you need to be in there and poking your foot on it and putting it in the back of the net, man.
yeah. Like with Perov being in that position that DCL was in for the goal against Bournemouth or against Wolves, would he have been in that position? Probably not.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Maybe a bit deeper.
Yeah,
It reminds
about
me like an
12
alpha.
yards back. you know.
Yeah, but like it's tough for me because you can see where it'd be great if we had a mixture. If we mixed it in two, if DCL had Perot's finishing, my God, we'd have a player in our hands, and he would not. And we
Yeah.
would not have gotten for free either.
The funny thing is with Peru is sometimes he actually has some beautiful passes, weighted passes to, there's not a lot of them, but he has some. He has that in his locker, but he doesn't, he pulls some off, but it's kind of sporadic. But I've seen him make some passes that were like, damn, that was nice, you know, um, and really lead
Yeah,
somebody and they're scoring off of it, but,
was it the goal
it's,
that I think was the goal against towards the end of the season that Ramazani scored, where he made that great pass and
yeah,
he cut through the. I think it was against Bristol, wasn't it? And he made that
yeah.
great little pass straight to the middle, and Blackmore just took one touch and just buried it. He has that in his locker. hands
Mm-hmm.
it in his locker.
That's why I think he plays
Is
like a 9.5. You know what I'm saying? He's
yeah,
not really a striker, man. He plays too deep for a striker, you know?
and he's not mobile enough to be a number 10 either.
Yeah, he can't be
So
a 10
like,
because he can't run. So,
no, you can't.
what they might end up doing is if they're not going to use him, I don't know, man. There's always a championship team that will buy him and pay quite a bit of money for him, you know?
Yeah, because he's proven
Um,
it there. You know what I mean? He's proven it there.
yeah.
I can send him. Yeah, I can send him to Sheffield United maybe. Oh yeah,
I
some of the.
don't
Yeah,
wish that on anybody.
I actually think they need a few goals. Sheffield United. They need a few goals.
Hey, I like Peru. I don't want him to go to Sheffield United, but I mean,
No.
yeah.
Um. So we've got Burnley away. The next month we've got Burnley away, West Ham at home, Brighton away. What do you think?
Burnley away. I'm good. I think we get 3 out of Burnley away. I really do.
It's a
I
must.
think I think we're going to do just fine with them. I'm looking for. I don't know. I think we can get at least Burnley away, then West Ham, right,
Hmm.
and then Brighton.
Hmm.
I'm looking for 7. That's what I'm looking
Do you
for.
know what? You're reading my bloody mind, man. I was doing it up there yesterday, and I was looking it's like, yeah, 7 points. I think the exact same as you. Um,
I'll take 3 as long as we average the 1 a game. But I would love to get 7.
yeah, like I think four and losing to Brighton maybe. I think losing to Brighton wouldn't be a bad hit. It's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
Um, but I definitely think 3 points against Burnley is an absolute must.
Yeah, yeah. They
Absolute
have to. They
must.
have to get points against Burnley.
I
They're
don't
a
care.
direct.
I
They're
don't.
in direct competition for us to in that relegation zone. We're not in there yet, but we
Yeah,
want to make sure that they stay there.
yeah. And the same goes for West Ham in a way, but I think West
Yeah.
Ham will come good. But I think West Ham will eventually come good. They're too good, really. They're a good team. Um, so yeah, we both think seven. That's gas.
Yeah.
um, like, and then Brighton is Brighton. Brighton are a good side. They always recruit well. They
Brighton
always do
always does
very
well,
well.
man. I love the way. I'm not a Brighton fan, but I sure do like the way they just always seem to find players and develop them and then sell them
Mm,
for really big money. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
mm.
they're really good at that. They're
But
really adept at finding players that nobody else sees, and then they bring them up in a couple years. They'll find a player for $4 million and sell them for 20. In like 2 years. They're
yeah,
they're
they're good
really
at that.
adept
Like,
at doing that, man.
mm. like what was I gonna say? There was I was gonna say something there about Brighton. Yeah, I'm surprised. I still don't know how they never went in for Tanaka. Because Tanaka would have been a perfect Brighton signing where
Yeah.
that type of signing where it's just out of nowhere,
Hmm.
completely out of nowhere, and get these players for was it 4 million we got Tanaka
Yeah.
for
Yeah. Yeah.
4 or 5 million for Tanaka. I
Yeah.
think
It
you'd easily
wasn't. It
sell him
wasn't
for
much.
20, 30 mil
I
easily.
mean, look, right now we would definitely make a huge profit on Tanaka. We
Oh
would.
yeah,
Yeah, we would definitely make a huge profit on him. You know. So, I mean,
there's
I
a few
want to keep
players
him
we've done.
because I
There's a
think he's
few.
a good player, and I think we're going to need him. But
I do too as
you
well.
know, and I hate thinking about being a selling club. I want to be a big club that starts like picking on smaller clubs. Because I'm getting sick of this. Developing people for other people. Let's develop like I really am hoping that they are doing something with Harry Gray in his contract because he's 17 now. So I would love to see him,
Yeah,
get something in writing, right? So if anything
you're not
does
allowed to leave ever
happen,
again.
you know,
You're not allowed to leave ever.
you know,
it'd be great to keep that great honesty going. Like, and he's done very well under 21s, and he's kind of been on the bench now the last game or two for for Leeds. He's been on the bench the last couple of games, so he's obviously in fact thoughts. Um, just to get himself out and in the matchday squad is plenty of experience for him at the moment.
Yeah.
It's been nice to smash it in the under 21s. He's got a great hat trick in the under 21s there
Oh yeah.
about a couple of weeks ago. It was absolutely brilliant hat trick. And I can see why you actually said that he's probably the better player out of the two. I think Archie was very good defensively. Obviously being a right back slash centre midfielder, he was obviously going to be a better defensively. But going forward, you can see how he's got a bit about him. He's got that bit of swagger and a bit more confidence and a bit more.
I'd like to know what their size is, Sean. Like comparing on that, comparing at their age. Because it seems to me like Harry's a little bit stronger.
Mm,
I don't know. Maybe I'm
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, maybe, because Archie's that bit smaller, isn't he? He's that bit smaller. Well, looks it anyway. He looks that bit smaller anyway. And you wanted to talk a little bit about Tanaka, didn't you, Bill? About Longstaff. You had to kind of fit him in somewhere, don't we?
Well, to me, Longstaff has been our player of the month, right? I mean, really, the guy's everywhere on the field, right? He's getting stuck in everywhere. He's basically look. He is epitomizing side before self. He is like he's out there and moving. I mean, that guy. And look, there's a lot of players that go out and run their head off, but don't make the impact that he does. Right? He's out there
Aronson,
running, but he's
Aronson.
making an impact. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. So we have Tanaka sitting on the bench, who we all think's a good player, right? So when does he get a chance? Because he's not getting a lot of time right now, and I really think that what you were saying about Burnley, it would be an excellent time to put Tanaka in.
100%.
But I wouldn't. I don't see Fark doing that. I don't see Fark messing with something like that. I would like to. I would like to think he would, but I just don't think he would.
um, yeah, I'd obviously love to see Tanaka because people know how much I love Tanaka. Um, it's just trying to fit him in. It's trying to fit
Yeah.
him into the squad is the problem. I think Stack is kind of. I think Stack is kind of struggling a little bit this month. He
He
did
is.
very well at the start of the month, and then
But
he's
you,
gotten
you
worse.
you hate to take
He's
him out
gotten
too
not
because
that
you
he's
don't know
gotten
what game
worse.
he's going to break out again on.
Sometimes he doesn't affect. He wasn't affecting the game as much. Yeah, so it's hard to know. We can't take Anthony out because he's had a great season, and we don't.
Hey, it's a nice problem
And
to
we
have,
don't
right? In our midfield, we just don't
seem
know
to
who to start right now. That's a good problem,
be the same
right?
team without Anthony either.
It's a really good problem to have. I mean, I'm glad I'm not
Not
I'm glad I'm not Fark that I have to decide everybody,
that he
and I have to try to make everybody happy. But it's a
cares
good problem for us,
getting
anyways.
disgruntled either.
I didn't hear you. You kind
Yeah,
of broke up on the last.
yeah, like you're better. And my worry with players might start getting disgruntled. Can you hear me any? Can you hear
You're
me
kind
any
of
better?
breaking up a little bit, Sean.
Am I?
No, it's better now. I heard you. Am I?
Ah, yeah, that's grand. Um, the problem is, I just by not playing enough minutes.
Yeah. Well, you gotta make everybody happy, and somehow
And that's
somebody's always going to be the odd man out, right? So right now, Tanaka seems to be the
Yeah,
odd man out. But so does Bial. I mean, so
yeah. He's another one that I'd love. He's another one that I'd love to see against Burnley to see properly playing because I missed the only preseason. He did very well in preseason. Like
yeah, and
he was great
he was
preseason.
suspended, right, for the first few games. So, but I mean, who do you think has been a
Yes,
disappointment so
he
far?
was. Then he lost his place. Then I think this big. I've kind of been saying DCL a little bit
Okay.
with his finishing has been disappointing for me.
Hmm.
But
I mean, you could
also
say that he's not finishing, right?
Stack
So, I mean, that
considering
is a
that he started the
disappointment.
month
I mean,
off really well.
he's gotten some great chances and he hasn't put them away. So, yeah, you
Yeah,
could say that. My disappointment so far is Struck. Is Struck. I
and
mean, I just don't think. Uh, I think he gives people too much
yeah,
room. Um, I think he's playing at a championship
especially against
level in the
Spurs.
Premier League right now, and he's got to wake up and come up on these guys a little bit sooner because when you give them that much space in the Premier League, they're gonna score on you. You can give them that much space in the championship, and they probably won't.
You get
But
destroyed. You get
yeah,
destroyed. Um,
yep.
yeah, like he doesn't. It'd be interesting, and I think Bajal was played very well in the international break as well. He
Mhm.
did very well in the international break there a couple of days ago. He done very well. So like he can play. I just love to see him given an opportunity. Like Tanaka, I'd love to see him given an opportunity again. He got injured and he hasn't really been put back in the squad. I just
That's
don't
a
want players
$15
getting
million
skunked.
player sitting on the bench right now, man. I mean, it's a
Crazy.
lot of money to be sitting there. You must have thought a lot of them pay him that much money. So
Yeah, like, but it's all about having a good squad as well. But we want to kind of rotate, and I think the one thing I'd say about Frank, he doesn't rotate enough. I don't think
no,
once he gets himself into a settled squad, he doesn't tend to rotate enough, and then players start getting tired, and people start getting disgruntled. Then um, I want to leave. You know what I
that's why I
mean?
think
So
we have
like,
problems with loan players, man. We don't get loan players because they've seen in the past how he's not going to play him. So you know,
yeah, because you don't want a situation like where they get annoyed and they want to leave then because you need to keep the squad happy, and I think the art of man management is keeping players happy and keeping players on side. And Frank, I
you
think,
have a
tends to,
lot of egos to keep happy, Sean.
and
These guys that are professionals, they have huge egos, man, and trying to keep them all happy must be one hell of a chore, man.
I think Frank tends to struggle with it. I think a little bit. I think once a season, he always ends up pissing off somebody, a player each year. You know what I mean?
I mean, what do you think is going on with Nanto right now? Do you think he's in the doghouse,
I
or do you
don't.
think he's really injured?
I don't know what's happened there because it just came out of nowhere. That did. Um, I just think he obviously just prefers him to Aronson, which is mind-boggling for me. Absolutely, people saying that he doesn't defend. He's been saying he doesn't defend as well or whatever. But I've seen enough of him to know that I've seen him track back a lot as well. He does do that
Mhm.
bit of checking back. Maybe not as much as Aronson, because Aronson was around like a blue ash fly for me. It looks good, but he's actually not doing that really. It's like you're going to it's like being in work and you're making yourself look busy and you're actually doing
Yeah.
fuck all
Well, he looks busy,
that last
but I
20
mean,
minutes, half an
really,
hour before go on.
it just seems like I would love to see him in. I think he would bring that much more, you know, a little bit more stardust. Let's put it that way. than Aronson
Yeah.
because, you know, I for the life of me, I just don't understand why Aronson never has his head up, man. I mean, if he had his head up, he'd be seeing these things that everybody else sees, but his head is down all the time.
But I was told as a kid, never why keep your head up. Keep your head up so I can see what's going on the pitch. You don't play with your head down. You never ever play with
No,
your head down. The proper
it's not only
professional plays
for seeing
with
what's
their
going
head up
on, but it's for your
so
own
they can
damn
see the game
safety.
and they
You know
can
what I'm saying?
adapt.
You know,
You see some big 6'6" centre back coming in and clatter you.
yeah.
And he
If you
comes
have
in
your head down, you
and
can't
plays
see that
and
guy.
play the quick
You know,
pass
and
and
he's going to
good.
plant you.
No, yeah,
It's funny because American
what's there's
football and football over there, they're teaching you the same thing to keep your eyes up, right? So, I mean, there's a reason. It's not only that; it's safety and it's
you want to
like
be able to
flow
make
of
you want to be
play.
able to take the contact.
You know.
Um, so yeah, what we're talking about our player of the month. We're gonna be doing a thing each month. We do a player of the month award. So what do you think? You said Longstaff, did you? You said
Yep.
I was thinking as I would say Longstaff, but I was also thinking maybe Dano's done very well considering that he's had to come in for Perry, who got injured at the very start of
Yeah.
the month. And I thought Akbar's done very well this month as well, getting himself a couple of goals.
What
He's kind
about
of cemented
Gabby?
himself. And Gabby's done very well defensively. He's done
Yeah.
very well. Bogle, the whole defensive could have done quite well. Defensively,
Yeah.
we look really, really solid. Really
Yeah.
solid. Um, yeah, like and that kind of we're looking a bit more solid than we've ever been under Fac. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Like we don't look as susceptible to conceding goals as much as we used to, where we'd concede these mad amount of goals out of nowhere. We seem to be a lot more defensively solid than even under than even under Bielsa. Bielsa was more gung ho football. It was kamikaze football almost. Great to watch for
I
the
love Bielsa, but his defense was offense. You know what I'm saying? You know?
oh crazy. Like it was kamikaze football as I call it. It was
Yeah. I
great. It was
mean,
great. It was great. It was great. It was great. It was great for the non-football fan for the neutrals. But
hmm
as a supporter of his team, my God, it was a hard attack a minute football. It was hard attack a minute. It was 1 minute he'd be up, 1 minute he'd be down, and jeez, you got all over the place.
yeah.
but, but it was great, exciting football. But at least I'd rather be a bit more defensively solid and snatch the odd goal. Because it's a lot more, you control the game a bit more. Whereas I don't think on the Bielsa we controlled the game. We didn't control many matches. I mean, it
You know,
looked like we were in
have
control of.
those runs of play where we'd be all over somebody, and then all of a sudden they'd kick it over us, and then there'd be three on one, 3-on-2. You know,
That was
and
crazy.
we'd get pummeled. You know, I mean, not all the time, but the second year in the Premier League, definitely. You know.
And a lot of the last time we got relegated, it was a lot of the goals we conceded were straight to the middle of the defence. Like
Oh yeah.
it wasn't that wide. You don't mind conceding from that wide because you can get a cross in or whatever. But when it's straight, when teams are walking straight to your midfield and your two centre backs,
Yeah.
it's just
That's
sick.
rough.
It's bad shit. Like um, but then we went to do the golden month. I think is pretty straightforward. I think. What do you think?
Yeah. Anton Stack all day.
Has to be, has to be. A nice shout out to DCL, obviously for a great header. But yeah, it has to be him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then who think's been the letdown of the month at a player that you thought would have been better and didn't
I
do as well as you thought it would have.
I thought Pascal. I thought he'd be more solid. I think he's given way too much room for people to come on into the box. It's like almost inviting them in. Go ahead, come on in. And I just think he needs to engage a lot quicker. Um, and that's why I'd like to see Bajal in there. I'd love to see him against Burnley, man. I would. I just I want to know what we have in him, and I think it's a perfect game for him to
Yeah,
come out.
yeah. And if he doesn't do well, take him off after 50, 60
Yeah, I
minutes.
mean, if he's
At
not
least,
doing
at
well,
least,
take him out at
at
halftime
least
and
you
put
know.
Pascal back in. I mean, I don't
At
care.
least, at least then, at least then we know where we stand with him. At least then we know
Yeah.
kind of where we stand with him. And I think he'll actually do very well. I think he's a lot more defensively solid than Pascal will be. Like Pascal's great with the ball with his ball to his feet against the ball on at his feet. He can move out of the defense very well and make a good couple of passes or whatever. But if you can't defend, it's gonna cause trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we don't know what Bajal can do either. He might have some of that too. We need to see him play. You know.
Yeah, like I want to see what he's like. You know what I mean? Um, and Rodon's done very well. Just the last month, he's done very
Yeah.
well.
He's
He's done very
he's
well all
look.
season. Actually,
He's a captain in
there's
my
not a lot of people
eyes,
that talk
right?
about him. Actually,
He's a captain in
oh
my
yeah, I
eyes.
think he's my type. He's my type of leader that you'd go into war with.
Yeah,
You'd go
he's a,
over the
he's a
top
guy
for him,
that
no bother.
he gives it all on the field, and he lets everybody know that hey, if you're not playing up to what he's playing, he'll let you know.
Yeah,
So
like
I
it
like
was
him.
kind of
I
it
like
got
him a
almost
lot.
comic. It got it got almost comical between him and Melier last year. It got almost
Yeah.
comical.
Oh yeah.
And every time
Yeah.
Melier would, because every time Melier make a mistake, you just see Ronald just go fucking mental at him,
Yeah.
screaming at him like
Yep.
that's not gonna help him either. But he kind of deserved it as well. Like
Yeah. I mean, especially the Sunderland game. Oh, geez, Furpo and this like,
yes,
come on,
Firpo I
man.
thought was gonna add. If Firpo got his hands on him straight away, I don't know. I think we would have had a serious situation on our hands.
We
Because
don't know
Firpo
what
would have
happened in the
fucking
locker
battered
room.
him.
Maybe he did.
Oh, because like Firpo was getting all the credit because he got a great goal that night, and it was all, oh, I got the winning goal and all that and whatever. The Twins taken away from them.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that was a crazy night as
that
well.
was something.
Yeah, I think I should. Like I cursed more at that than any other Leeds match in my life. I've cursed more at that last 2 minutes when he made that mistake. I've never cursed so much in my life, and
Oh,
I was like, oh, like had it in our hands, like
dude, I was working, man. I was like I am today. I was working, and I had
yeah,
patience. I had patience in the gym that I'm working in, and and I had to leave the room for a minute, man, because I was like I had to go into the other gym where there was nobody at, and I was like, I was like going off, man. Believe me, you know.
uh, yeah, and special mention to for Golden Month is Goodman's header. Because that was
Yeah.
some fucking header. It was just in the
Oh
wrong
yeah.
end. But it was a great fucking header. It was. Like any top
Yeah.
striker would be delighted. Any top striker would be delighted with that. You know what I mean? It was some
Goodmanson's
header.
header
Like
was, man. You know what? I mean, it's going to happen.
it was
Own
unlucky. It was
goals
unlucky.
happen,
He was
and
unlucky in a way. He tried to clear it and just he got unlucky.
it,
He had to make a
we'll give
quick
some away,
decision
but
there.
we'll get some too. So
Yeah, like and I think that's it now. Is that else you want to talk about? They want to bring up?
no, I think we're good, man. I enjoyed it, John.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Um, I'll be back with the presser and preview on Thursday. I'll do a pre-record for that on Thursday when the presser comes out, and then next Monday and Tuesday I'll be doing a review of the of us hammering Burnley, hopefully, and
Hmm,
with Callum from
good.
Passion for Leeds. So that should be the fun with him.
Yeah, I
And
love Colin.
yeah, he's good. He's really good. He knows his stuff. And Just remember to keep on marching on with Sean. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
He's a Leeds.